Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you guys how to use Copilot to really up your students' ability to work and do really complicated things. So I'm going to give you guys an example of something that I would do in class. I would normally never give this to students without a tool that can do this much, because this is a pretty complicated task. So what we're going to be doing today, you're probably reading this already and being like, you're what? Dog poop scooping? No, today we are making a business plan, and I want students to come up with a business plan, come up with an idea, and do all sorts of things with this to actually have a good layout and structure on how to actually execute this. So this is what I've done. I've come up with a little one-page sheet to show the students what I want them to do exactly. And what I want them to do is I want them to use AI or Copilot to actually get all this stuff done. So over here, I've made it into nice step-by-step for them, because we all know this makes it easier for all of us if it's step-by-step. And the first thing I want them to do is obviously pick a business, pick a city they want to do this business in. The goal is to make $70,000 if they're doing it in Creston, where I live, or $100,000 within 5 years. That is the goal. Step 2, market research. Then I want them to do a business plan. Then I want them to come up with a budget and financial forecast. Then I want them to do a loan proposal. Then I want them to come up with a 5-step plan that they can execute it, and then a growth strategy to reach that goal within 5 years. I'm going to show you how AI can be super useful. I've gone ahead and done it just so you don't have to watch me type and copy and paste and stuff, but I'm going to show you what it does and what I would ask students to do. Okay, this assignment is interesting because the goal is not to get them to practice writing or practice their drawing or actually work on a skill. It is all information gathering. This is research based. So in tasks like that, AI is going to be an amazing tool. So yeah, here we go. So what I've done is, if you're not familiar with most AI chatbots, it is kind of like a conversation. You can talk to it and you can adjust things. So if it gives you something you don't like, you talk about it and you say, hey, actually you missed this information, and it can adjust, which is great. So I've said, hey, I need help with a business project plan, and here are my steps. I need to do this. This is step 1, pick a city and a business. And this is my business. I want a dog poop scooping. I want to make 100K or 70K picking up dog poop. Is that possible? I don't know. I think it is. Anyways, so great. Here's the city and business selection. And what I did over here is I put each step on its own page, and then they would literally copy and paste the solution. Now, important when using AI, especially with students, that they are reading both sides and make sure they line up. It makes sense. The point is to learn, okay? Not just to give me a business plan. I don't care about the business plan. I want them to have a business plan so they can do it one day. Great. So, step 1, look at that. Creston, BC, yes, here's my goal. Great, copy and paste that. I forgot to give it a rationale. So, it actually suggests a rationale. But I said, no, here. I want to do it because I love dogs, and I know there are a lot of older people that need this service in town. So, great. It pops out a rationale. I put that rationale down. Great, next step. Right here. I literally copy and pasted it. And the second page here of this assignment, I have the step 2. Okay, market research. Use Copilot to generate market analysis for the chosen city. And I literally just copy and pasted that. Students can do that, and they will do that. So here we go. Hey, Creston. 5,600 people, 14,000 residents, approximately almost 40% of the Canadian households have dogs. It does a little bit of math, okay, with a household income of around 72,000 on average salary. Great, I want to make an average salary picking up dog poop from those people, okay? Approximately 900 dog-owning households. That's 39%. Great, a significant portion of residents over the age of 65 in the target demographic. All right, awesome. So 900 dog owners. I wonder how much of that market I could get if I got this business up and going. Could I get 100 customers? All right, here we go. Local dog service. It tells me a little bit about the competition. Doggy Diva. I actually know these guys went out of business, so there's a huge market gap in Creston right now. Here we go. And A1 Poop Scooper. Some other competition. Great. Regional chains. And here's the market potential. Awesome. Overall pet service market, very big. Waste removal, also growing as people are getting lazy. I don't know if people are getting lazy. They just want the service. Okay, local demand. All right, limited local competition gives room for capture dominant market share. Great. Here we go. Key market data, nice little chart. I'm gonna put that all in, and I have that information here. Yay, that's great. Moving on. Next step. Step 3, define a target customer and pricing strategy. How much can I charge for this? All right, it gives me, I copy and pasted that, and it gives me some suggestions. $50 a month for one dog, 1 visit per week. That's pretty good. It takes 5 to 10 minutes per place. That's about $50 an hour at least, going up to almost 100 or more. All right. Add-on services, awesome, great pricing. That gives me a good idea of what I can do. Next step, budget, give me a financial forecast. All right, it does this really well. Charts are nice, copy and paste that chart. Total startup cost, $2,200. That's doable. We can jump into that, all right. This is my 5-year financial projection. Now, remember how I said I wanted to make $70,000 within 5 years? Let's take a look, because Copilot did not do this properly. So you can look at it and you can get it to adjust. I didn't get it to adjust, but let's see what happened here. Let's see, year 1, 20 customers, 12,000 revenue. Okay, great. Year 5, 64 customers. Why are we only getting 7 more customers every year? That doesn't seem like very much. And I actually own a small business, and you are likely to get a lot more than 7 customers per year. So I can tell that this number is not quite accurate, so I would actually ask it to adjust it and move on. So next step. Actually, let's take a look what it says up here. All right, it's actually asking me why you want that. So I could have adjusted it, but I didn't. So next step, loan proposal. Great, write up a loan proposal. Here's my loan proposal. I'm asking for $5,000. I can literally copy paste this, write in a letter, go down to the bank and see what they say. All right, here's the revenue model. All that looks good. Repayment plan, 3 years, approximately 150, 175 per month. Totally doable. Why this loan is low risk. All right, excellent. Let's move on. I didn't copy and paste that over here. Last step, I asked execution plan. Outline 5 actionable steps for launching and scaling. Here we go. Here are the steps. Let's look at the steps. Register and set up business. Launch marketing campaign. Start operations. Build customer base. Scale and expand. This is great. This is exactly what you need for a business. I started a business, roof and gutter cleaning. I followed almost all these steps exactly. I didn't use AI, however, it probably would have saved me some time. I started a couple of years ago, and I think this is actually super legit. I think if someone did this, they could probably do well. And then I got it to make some nice little graphics here, and you'll see that in the rest of the PowerPoint here. All right, this is the 5th time making this video, so hopefully this one works, and enjoy. Good luck.